Good afternoon, everyone. Sometimes people ask questions, or you see posts, or you do searches on the best shade plants, and for just about everywhere. The coast, we're about 2 football fields away from the ocean, right where we're at, and you're looking at probably 3 of the more famous Pacific Northwest coastline shade plants, all bundled up together. We have the Hostas, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's another one, 8, and another one back behind there is 9. We have 3 different varieties of bleeding hearts. And then we also have 1, 2, 3 Hellebores. And then we have a back and forth plant. In other words, it either can take shade or it can have full sun, but it has to have heavy water, or it has to have somewhat of a wet foot, which this spot right here is heavily sunken in, and one of my worst areas for the water table being really high. That's the reason why we planted this guy right here. That's the eucalyptus. It loves water, it wants water, it needs to have a lot of it, and therefore we planted it, and it does super well right here. On top of that, we don't get a whole lot of shade. We don't get a whole lot of sun in my yard area. I'm not to say that the coast doesn't get that much sun, which most people can argue. Do we get a lot of sun? Not really. We get a lot of sunny afternoons for a couple hours, and then we get the condensation off the ocean come in, or the ocean fog come in, or ocean mist, depending on who you talk to and what kind of terminology you want to use. But yeah, here we go. We got at least 4 plants. But anyhow, this one right there, let me get in here. This one right here that the slugs tend to love and eat is a Ligularia. Ligularia, I do believe is the term. And I'll get it right and I'll post it as I post this out. And then right behind that, aside from the creeping buttercups and the horsetail, we have Pigsqueaks. There's a Pigsqueak there, there's a Pigsqueak up here, and then there is a Pigsqueak right down there. Those are also good for shade. They do like sun. And then of course we have the Astilbes. So this little area right in through here, here's some more of the Hostas. Here's a better look at this Hosta. More Astilbes, another Hosta here, and then there's the group of 3 right there, and then of course my asparagus is all right in through here. Asparagus is kind of a exception to the rule. It does get, if you put the camera right here and then look up, we have clear sight, and it gets morning sun to afternoon sun, so this gets plenty of sun to do what it needs to get done. And then we have another plant that could go either way, full sun or shade, and this one right here is Ashitaba. So just in this little section right here, I could do at least the 5 top shade plants for the Pacific Northwest coastline, Central Oregon plants. They do really well here. Very well. Of course, right behind it, I have a Spitzenberg apple, but it has clear sun. There's nothing above it. I keep this canopy down as low as possible. That way all the plants get as much sun as we can get around here. We don't get very much in this particular spot. As you can tell, I have the forest completely around me, so I'm in a hole right where I'm at. I've done a lot of tree trimming, tree cutting, tree falling, just to get the amount of sun right there through here, because during the summer it comes this direction, and then it goes down and it sets over there. So you're looking at probably max 4.5. I will be lucky if I get 5 hours of direct sunlight. So yeah, I have a few things going against us, but you know what? We learn as we go and we make do. But perfect example of a shade garden right there. Wet feet, shady atmosphere, and they are doing fabulous. Everything here just absolutely loves it. So yeah, folks, here we are. Until later, y'all have a beautiful day.